Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, coming at you with some Grand Arena Championships 3v3. We're in Season 8, and it's the last week of 3v3, so this should be round 1. We've got a couple more fights after this. Video's coming out a little late, but let's get into it. I can show you guys how things went down. My opponent put up a decent score, 24-44. Up top, he's got a Dooku, Lead, Newt, Nest, some Night Sisters. He's got a Hux team. He's got some Django-led bounty hunters pretty fast. Everything's relicked up nice. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Down south, you can see out front, he's got his Rey. He's got Finn in there, and then Zaris. He's got some Geos, and then just a standard Grievous squad. So first things first, got to try and take out this Rey, because if that fails, there's really no point in the rest of any of this. So I had to make sure I can get through this Rey, otherwise we're just going to be stuck there. Thankfully, he didn't put like Han and Chewie, makes it a little bit easier. So for this, I brought in Hux and First Order Officer. Both of those guys, that way I could save Thrawn for, maybe another team in case I needed him somewhere else. So with these two, I mean, they're both pretty squishy, but they're going to die off anyway. The goal is to just get rid of the two add-ons, and that way it goes down to just Kylo versus Rey. So that's what I'm trying to do, take them out. Before she can get her ultimate, I'm trying to charge mine up, make sure I can get ultimate stance and, tank out some of the hits. You can see she's already in her ultimate stance right there, and I still have Zaris to get rid of. Look at that. Kylo tanks it out like a champ, so that's awesome. He's still alive, and he's got about half health there, so still working on charging up the ultimate, making good progress there. I think I'm doing pretty good since I was able to tank that one out. Trying to decide here if I can get more hits. Should I go for the stun? Should I go for the multiple hits? I really want to get my meter up to 100 just to have that available. And look at that. She did another hit. I'm only at 70%. I got a couple hits on Zaris right there. Now I'm at 80% and back to full health. So thankfully, I'm just trying to build it up in case she goes into ultimate again. I don't want to, I don't want to have to tank out another hit. Now I've got 100% ultimate. It's game over. So I can throw the ultimate on. There she goes. 46 banners. Ugly, but that's the way those fights work. For Geos, you guys have seen this. It goes down pretty much as you'd expect it. I just throw Treya and Scion in there, and they're both Relic 7, modded to be quite tanky, crit avoidance arrows, all that good stuff. So usually somebody's Geos aren't going to be good enough to get through these guys. So you can see that Scion's just tanking it out now. Just wait until I get the turns. Now I got Held by Hatred up. So we'll put that on. Now he's definitely not going to go anywhere. I've got the Brute isolated. So of course we want to take out Alpha as soon as we get the chance. They keep killing themselves with this, all the assisting and everything they do, attacking out of turn. So there we go. We're just cleaning it up here. Mopping up. Can't get to Spy, so unfortunately got to mess with, hits on the Brute. There we go, the AoE to strip off the stealth. And this should do it right here. Let's take out Spy. There goes the Brute. 53 banners. Not bad at all. And then for the Grievous team, I actually think this works out better. I guess better as in it's easier to use clones against the Grievous when they've got B1 and B2 than to use Jedi. Like, you can use Jedi and they work, and that's fine. It's a good counter. But if they have the right kind of B2 tankly modded and everything, it's very, very tough. But you can get about 53 banners, whereas with this you get, 50 or 51. But it just seems so much easier. You can see I'm just going after B2, and that's all you do. Keep hitting him so that way he will not attack at a turn so much. You can see that Grievous went after Rex, and it caused 5 sacrifice, which is what we need. Now I'm just waiting until Rex gets his turn for his big hit. There he goes. There goes Grievous. See how easy that is? Now at this point, there's no danger of losing the match. So you do lose somebody, but you get, more assurance that you're going to complete it in one shot. So it's a little bit less banners. You don't get no 53 banners. Now I'm just taking out B1. And again, there's no danger of failing the match. I'm just cleaning up stacks off B1 here. And that'll be that. There's no real way to gain any protection or anything back. So I'm going to miss the banners there and miss the banners from 5 sacrifice. So 48 banners is the best I can hope for there. But again, much easier than running, Jedi. I actually put my Jedi Revan and Darth Revan, full Darth Revan team on defense this round. And it didn't slow my opponent down one bit. You can see in the back, he's just got some basic squads. I mean, First Order, some Resistance, a Bastille Jedi team, and a droid team back there. So I was thinking about taking those guys out, but what we're going to do is go ahead and go back up top and start working on them. Had an idea of what I wanted to use for what, and, I figured, okay, let's burn through some of these squads, see what kind of ship he has in back. So let's just do that. And first thing I wanted to take out was this Dooku Newt Nest team, and he used First Order for that. I checked the speeds and everything, but I guess one thing I didn't count on is, man, the counterattacks really shut me down here. You can see that it does not go well. I went and attacked, and Dooku just countered and ended up stunned crew, stunned executioner. And it's like, once you stun and you lose turns, that's it. You really need to go kind of in order. And I thought I could take Dooku out at first. And instead, I wasn't able to do that. So I end up losing turns due to all these stuns here. And then, of course, when you have a turn, you're already extorted. And that extortion shit spreads around like wildfire. So I'm trying to take Dooku out, just get him out of the picture. He keeps putting himself under stealth. That healing immunity and tenacity down that he gives really hurts, because that makes it easier for you to get stunned by Nest or all the debuffs that are going to land on you. Dooku's got his own shock. So yeah, you can see Executioner died, crew's stunned. Like, there's no way I'm making any kind of progress. I don't know what either I was thinking, or maybe I should have just chose something different. Did not go well. So unfortunately, early on in this match, you can see that clearly I will lose, because here's 20 banners dropped. Like, there's no way to overcome this. I would have had to be pretty efficient as is, and I'm not a really high efficiency player. So right here, I was trying to see if I could take somebody out. If I can get Dooku out, it would be much easier on a cleanup. But once I lost OG Kylo, there's really nothing you can do. So I went ahead and forfeited, just so I didn't load turn meter and make it that much harder on myself. Yeah, that sucked. So that was basically the match, but I am going to go ahead and I'll clear off all the squads. I'll tell you now, I do clear the board, but dropping that battle kind of sealed the deal for me on a loss there. So if you want to keep watching and see how I do, by all means, because I do much better from here on out. Just sucks I had to drop that battle early. So I'll take my resistance in against their resistance. And personally, I've been finding that JTR does a really good job. If you throw 2 droids in BB-8, and another droid, sometimes I do R2, sometimes I do C-3PO. I find that they do pretty good at controlling the crowd. Even when you're against something like a Resistance hero, like he's got Resistance hero Poe over there, the one you really got to watch out for is Scavray. Let her get going, and she'll be able to one-shot somebody with that double tap and the quadruple tap that she does. And so, got to take her out first. That's my opinion anyway, because she's just going to delete a character if you're not careful and paying attention. So once I got her out of the way, then I can go start working on the others. Working on Resistance hero Poe right now, trying to just get him out of there, because I know he's got all the Inspire and different crap that he does. I don't know. We'll just get him out of there so we don't have to mess with him. And now it's just old Poe to worry about. So we'll go after him, and he's no trouble at all, really. Can't do a whole lot by himself. I just don't think he's that good of a character. Not in 3v3 anyway. Maybe he'll have some use as a supporting character in a 5v5 squad. But I was able to beat that for 52 banners, so that's good enough. Here's maybe what I should have used on the Dooku team. I don't know. I know Geos are good for taking out Newt, but I'm not sure about Dooku lead. But I went ahead and used them on these droids here. I figured they'd be pretty easy. I saved them for offense anyway, so I figured it'd be pretty easy to take out, who I want. Right now I'm stuck behind Magna's taunt, so I'll just use the big hit on Magna, get rid of him. Now I can go after who I want, which is Droideka, just because Droideka does a whole heck of a lot of damage, so work on getting rid of him. Now it is HK. He's got that AoE, but I don't care about that. We're not worried about banner pinching now because I just want to clear the board just to get the as many banners as I can, overall. And then you get credits for each squad you take out, and that's credits that I use in the mod shop. So I think even if you end up losing your match, you should try to clear as much as possible just for the extra kind of rewards you can get. Those little bits of credits add up, and that's another couple mods that you can get out of the store every week. So that's why I do it. I like to shop the mod store. Next up, you can see my bounty hunters against Night Sisters. I don't know that this is the best Night Sister comp to use just because it kind of puts all your revive eggs in one basket. He's got MT lead with DACA, with zombie. So you got zombies free revives, you got DACA bringing anyone back, and you've got Talzin over there, Talzin lead. So I have a chance to negate all 3 revive mechanics just by using bounty hunters, and I've got the Zeta on Jango, so that once they die, they stay dead. And then I've got execute from Boba, so Boba uses that, they also stay dead. So it's not any trouble to get the rest of them down, and look at that. I got the contract there at the end, but it doesn't even matter. Got an easy 54 banner win there. So now that that's done, I'm just going to go back down there to the bottom, clean up those squads. And once I get those out of the way, then I'll be able to see what I have left to get through on the top where I had that failure. So let's just take these guys out and see what's left. For his Bastilla Jedi squad, I went ahead and used EP. And you can see I have my leftover Nihilus. That's one of the benefits on putting some work into your Traya and Scion, is that you don't have to burn your full Triumvirate. You can save Nihilus for another squad, make some use out of them there. So it's definitely worth getting those guys up. That way you have options. And so I've got EP, I've got Red Trooper, and I've got Nihilus there. And I figured if I can't punch through enough of their protection, Nihilus should be able to annihilate somebody. I'll get rid of them one by one. And Red Trooper's nice just because he's got that cleanse. And he can give out advantage, so that'll help out a little bit. So you can see I'm using that. I keep using him to get some hits. Just anything I can do to kind of whittle down their protection, make it easier to take them out. I'm trying to use EP to land shocks when I can. These guys that are, okay, they're Jedi, but they're also rebels. And so Ezra and Old Ben are both taking extra damage from EP. You can see, look at that. Ezra's in the red already. Just work on taking him out. I've got stuns landing. So this team actually surprised me in how good it was doing. I didn't think it would do so good. Look at Old Ben. He just went down to the red, took him out, annihilates up. There goes Bastila. 50 banners, not perfect, but the team got the job done. And now for the first order crew team that he's got, I just threw my gas in there. I've got gas, I think it's Echo and then Ahsoka. And I just figured gas would do enough damage to get the job done anyway. He's got that armor shred, make good use of that, throw it on crew. He can heal up a lot, but once he's got some armor shred on him, stack that up with some hefty damage and see how far that gets him. Take him out right there. And now it's just cleaning up these other two. Counterattacks from gas, put in some work. So there we go. Tore right through that team. 51 banners there. That'll finish off the bottom. Now it can go back up top. We'll finish off these three squads. The Hux team, the Django team, and then that Dooku Newt team with Nest. So we're going to start off taking out the Hux team. For that, I'm going to go ahead and use CLS, just CLS Han Chewie. Go straight for Hux, get him out of there. Flip the stance on CLS. Look at that, already got him down to the yellow. So since he is in the yellow, instead of just taking him out, I'll go ahead and use Han's stun. Grab a stun on Red Trooper there. That way he doesn't get to do anything. Now Executioner. Was thinking about, should I AoE and take out Hux? Should I use a stun? I went ahead and used the AoE, so Chewie took a hit. But I'm watching the turn meter just to see how they are. I mean, CLS is going to win, no question. I just want to try and get some practice out of it. Next, I got my Padme to take out the bounty hunters. Again, no problem. I've got a fast Padme. She actually ended up going first. So I just went ahead and did a basic, get some protection up, and that way I can resist the burning and all that. Went ahead and saved her heal. Figured I'll save that in case I need it for something else. But now you can see it's her turn again. She got the ability block, so I wasn't able to use it there. But I do like just using our basic just to get a little bit of protection up. And it doesn't really cost you anything. And that way it saves that heal for if you really need it for something. So, got our basic. I got our kick here. So we'll go ahead and use that on Django. I'm just trying to attack them like normal. I don't really have a strategy of building up courage or anything like that. Just going after Django, trying to get him out of there. Killed him once. Killed him twice. Now it's just Boba and Bosk left to deal with, so we'll go after Boba. Got him out once. And there we go. He's gone. Now it's just Bosk. I went ahead and used the heal there just to make sure everybody's topped up, good to go. And they're kicked to finish the job. So 51 banners there. And the last squad, check this out. I was debating about what to use. I had no idea. I had a couple good things left, that I could pick from. And, it was like, fuck it. I mean, I already, like I said, lost this match. So what do I have to lose by trying? So he's got a Relic 7 Nest in there, Dooku lead, Newt in there with Extortion. Well, Nest doesn't care about any of that shit. So I threw Nest in there with Watt. And I put the tech on there, the tank tech, that will get rid of the debuffs. So that way every time it's her turn, I don't even have to worry about resisting debuffs. She'll just get rid of them. And then I've got Master's Training from Hermit Yoda on there. And I've got the heals and all that Hermit Yoda provides. So actually ends up working out pretty well. Okay, so he's got a Relic 7 Nest. And I took out Dooku. That way I don't have to worry about all that mess. Trying to get Newt out. And I figured, if I got my Nest at Relic 7, and I've also got Watt for the tech, and I've got Yoda for Master's Training, that's just going to help soup mine up that much more. And then while Yoda's alive, he can at least heal and gain back some protection, everything on Nest as much as he can do while he's alive. Figure Watt and Yoda are eventually going to die anyway, but they can at least help while they're there. So Nest is doing her thing. She's going to be able to take out Newt. Got the tech on there, so look, she's stunned, but when it's her turn, she just dispels the debuffs anyway, or cleanses them, gets rid of them, whatever. Takes out Newt, and right there, gets a good hit on the enemy Nest. Not pretty, but done with the ground squads, thank God. Got to grind my way through. I didn't know what I was going to use. I didn't want to have to dig deep into my well of G12s and G11s. So thankfully that's done. Let's move on to these ships. And I left this ship battle in just so you guys could see it. It was ugly. I've only fought the Raddus like twice, I think, so far. Don't really run across it that often. And one thing I didn't do that you can see is I just took in my normal lineup for Arena, and I forgot that you need to switch out Ahsoka and put in 5s, and then have Fives be in the starting lineup and Ahsoka as a reinforcement. And normally I start out with Ahsoka against, against Malevolence or against other negotiators. And right there, starting out with her in the starting lineup, you can see that she already takes a bunch of damage. She's down in the yellow first thing. And Fives is quite a bit tankier, so I forgot that I was supposed to put him out front, and that way he wouldn't die just like that. You can see they took her out, and now I'm short-handed. I didn't really plan. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. I don't really do ships. I mean, I know how to play ships. I know how to climb an arena, but all the little intricacies like, oh, don't do that because this ability will do this. I don't pay attention to all that. Like, I just click buttons and hope for the best, And as long as I do it enough times, like in arena, negotiator mirror matches, or malevolence, I've done those enough that I know what buttons to click in what order, and I get through it. Well, here, it's not exactly the same. Since I've only ever fought them, a couple times, I'm not too familiar with the Radis and the resistance ships and all that. I know I'm supposed to be taking out the Falcon first and then Poe, or some people take out Poe first. I don't know. My whole goal is just to take out as many ships as I can. Since I already started off not doing so well, I want to just take out as many as I can in case I got to clean up this mess, make cleanup a little bit easier. So that's my whole goal. And he's bringing in the Y-Wing over there. He's got tanks, just things that are hard to kill that drag the battle out. And you know what happens if you drag the battle out on a Radis too long, don't you? You're about to see what happens real quick. So it's going, doing its turns. I'm still trying to kill their ships. I've got Fives out. I've got Houndstooth out. My last reinforcement, because I left one off, trying to be slick, and I brought in Plo. So I don't have any more reinforcements. My ship is empty, thankfully. But, yeah, I can't make much headway. I've got a tank to get through, and then I've got Poe. And look at that, Radis Kamikaze right there. It's actually a cool animation. I do like that. But it does take out my capital ship. So no more help there. Now it's just ship-on-ship violence. No capitals around. We're just puny little ships in the vacuum of space here, so I'm trying to take them out as many as I can, and then go in with like Finalizer or something and clean these guys up. It's ugly. So I just threw it on auto. I'm like, I'm done. If my ships die, they die, and I'll just clean it up, whatever, because I'm not gonna pick out individual moves and let's do this on this. I'm just trying to get them before the timer runs out and do something. But look, I'm making progress, or at least I should say the AI is making progress. It's doing pretty good at taking out the enemy ships. Pretty quick work there. So a minute and change to go, and I'm able to finish them off with auto. Ugly, ugly score. If you didn't see that, it was 53 banners. So horrible. But there you go. You guys asked for ship battles, and I left this one in so you can all watch it and make fun of it and all that good stuff. And that was it. We both cleared each other's boards. He was much more efficient. I had my Darth Revan on defense, JKR. It was amazing that he just one-shot everything without much trouble. So that's it for me for this round. Sorry this video's so late. Hope you guys learned something out of it. Learn what not to do. And we'll see you in the next round. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.